Good morning, everyone. I will be the one to introduce the public switch telephone network, or also known as PSTN, its SDG alignment, and also discuss the core components of the PSTN. The discussion, we must first understand the public switch telephone network. The public switch telephone network originated in the late 19th century with the invention of the telephone by Alexander Graham Bell, who was inspired by his work on speech, sound transmission, and assisting individuals with hearing impairments. To assist those individuals, the PSTN enabled accessibility through a technologies such as the TTY devices or the teletypewriter, which allow users to communicate by sending typed text over telephone lines. Next is the telephone relay services, which use human or automated operators to relay messages between the hearing and hearing impaired user. And later on, the interactive voice response or the IVR systems, which provide automated menu-based interaction that can be accessed using keypads inputs instead of a speech. Early phone telephone system relied on manual switchboards operated by human operators to connect calls. But as the demand increased, this system evolved into automated switching networks, leading to the development of centralized exchanges and long-distance trunk lines. Throughout the 20th century, the PSTN expanded globally and transitioned from analog and electromechanical switches to the digital switching system, achieving higher reliability and scalability. Although modern communication has shifted toward packet switch technologies such as VoIP and mobile network, the PSTN laid the foundational principles of call switching, signaling, and reliability. Moving forward, we are now going to discuss the connection of PSTN to the Sustainable Development Goals. So, the public switch telephone network played a significant role in advancing global development long before the emergence of modern digital communication systems. Its widespread deployment provided a reliable and affordable voice communication, forming a foundation that directly supported the objectives of Sustainable Development Goals 4 and 9, which is about the quality education, industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Now, what are the contribution of PSTN to the SDG for our quality education? The PSTN enable access to education by supporting distance learning and knowledge dissemination, particularly in remote and underserved communities. Telephone-based instruction, educational hotlines, and coordination between teachers and learners become possible even in areas without access to computers or the internet. By allowing real-time communication over long distances, PSTN reduced geographic barriers to education and supported inclusive learning opportunities. By also studying PSTN, we also equip ourselves with the fundamental knowledge of communication system, which help build technical capacity that aligns with SDG 4. So what are the contribution of PSTN in terms of SDG 9, or Industry, Innovation, and Infrastructure? The PSTN exemplifies the development of resilience and reliable infrastructure, achieving extremely high availability levels, often referred to as 5 nines reliability, or 99.999% it would work. Its design emphasizes redundancy, centralized power systems, and structured network hierarchy, ensuring continuous operation even during emergency and power outage. This principle influenced modern telecommunication infrastructure and continue to guide the design of sustainable, scalable, and dependable networks. The PSTN long-term success demonstrates how strong infrastructure support economic activity, innovation, and public well-being, directly aligning with the SDG 9. What are the core components of the public switch telephone network? So before we go identify those core components, we must first know why it is important. So it is said that it is the fundamental elements that work together to establish route and maintain voice calls by connecting subscriber through dedicated circuit across the telephone network. Meaning to say that each of these core components has a functionality that helps to establish route and maintain voice calls. The first core component of the PSTN is the central office, or also known as end office, serving office, or the class 5 office. So what is central office? So the central office is developed to manage the increasing scale and complexity of telephone communication as subscriber numbers grew in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Early telephone system relied on manual switchboards, but this approach became impractical as network expanded. The introduction of central offices enabled the consolidation of switching equipment, signaling system, and power supplies within dedicated facilities. The central office houses switching systems, main distribution of frames, line cards, signaling equipments, and backup power system. Subscriber lines from the local loop terminate at the central office, where signals are processed and routed either locally or through trunk line to the other offices. Its primary purpose is to establish control, terminate telephone calls while ensuring reliability and service continuity. It serves as the network wire center, managing thousands of subscriber connections within a defined service area. The central office supplies electrical power to traditional telephones, enabling continued operation during local power outage, and perform monitoring, testing, and maintenance of subscriber line. Through automated switching and signaling, the central office efficiently routes call, manages traffic, and support essential services such as the emergency calling. It is structured design, redundancy, and high availability standard made it a cornerstone of PSTN reliability and provided architectural principles that continue to influence the modern telecommunication networks. Next core component of the PSTN is the local loop. The local loop, or also known as subscriber loop. It is the physical connection between the customer's premises and the central office in the public switch telephone network. It originated in the early development of telephone networks as a means to provide each subscriber with a dedicated communication path. Traditionally, the loop consists of a pair of copper wires known as the tip and ring, which carry analog voice signals as well as electrical power supplied from the central office. This design allowed telephones to operate independently of local power sources, which increasingly the reliability and accessibility. The primary purpose of the local loop is to provide a continuous dedicated circuit for voice communication between the user and the network core. Technically, the loop supports signaling functions such as off-hook detection, dial tone delivery, and ringing voltage for incoming calls. Physical limitations including loop length and resistance define the service area of each central office and influence signal quality. Although modern networks use fiber or wireless access technologies, the local loop concepts remains as the fundamentals. The second to the last core components of the PSTN is the trunk lines. Trunk lines were developed to interconnect central offices and enable communication beyond local service area as the telephone usage expanded. Unlike local loops, trunk lines are high-capacity transmission paths designed to carry multiple simultaneous voice channels. Early trunk lines used analog transmission over copper wires, but as the demand for long-distance calling grew, they evolved into digital using time division multiplexing or TDM such as T1 and E1 circuit, and later fiber optic technologies. The purpose of trunk lines is to efficiently transport large volumes of calls between switching centers over long distance. Technically, trunk lines optimize network resource by aggregating many calls onto shared transmission links rather than dedicating circuits for each connection. This approach reduces infrastructure costs while improving scalability and performance. Trunk lines form the backbone of the PSTN, enabling regional, national, and even international communication that establish its principle. There are four types of trunk lines, and these are the inter-office trunks, tandem trunks, toll trunks, and international trunks. International trunks connect central offices within the same local or metropolitan area, allowing calls to be routed directly between nearby exchanges. When direct routing is not efficient or when traffic volume is high, calls are forwarded to the tandem trunks, which connect central offices to tandem switches that aggregate and distribute traffic among multiple exchanges. This structure reduces the number of direct trunks connections required and improves network efficiency. For calls that must travel across wider geographic region, toll trunks are used to carry long-distance traffic between toll centers or regional switching facilities. These trunks handle intercity and interregional communication and are designed for high capacity and long-distance transmission. The international trunks extend this connectivity beyond national borders by linking domestic networks to international gateways, enabling global calling. Together, these trunks types form a hierarchical transmission system in which local calls use inter-office trunks. Regional traffic may pass through tandem trunks. Long-distance calls traverse toll trunks, and international calls are completely through international trunks. This layered structure ensures the efficient routing, scalability, and reliable global communication within the PSTN. The last core component of the PSTN is the switching system. The switching system is the core intelligence of the PSTN. It is responsible for establishing, maintaining, and terminating voice connection. Early telephone network relied on manual switching by human operators, but increasing call volumes led to the development of automated electromechanical switches such as step-by-step and crossbar system. These technologies allow faster and more reliable call connections and enable the creation of hierarchical network structures to manage traffic efficiently. The primary function of the switching system is to analyze dial numbers, select appropriate routing paths, and allocate network resources for the duration of call. Modern PSTN systems are fully digital and operate using stored program control, where software manages call processing, signaling, and traffic control. This transition significantly improves speed, reliability, and flexibility while reducing the mechanical failures. The evolution of switching system laid the foundation for today's software-driven communication networks and remain central to understanding how large telecommunication systems operate. The traditional bell system switching hierarchy was developed to manage the rapidly growing demand for telephone service across large geographic areas. It employed five-level hierarchical structure consisting of class 5 and offices, which directly served subscriber and handled local call switching. Class 4 or the toll centers, which routed long-distance calls between local exchanges. Class 3 or the primary centers, which coordinated traffic among multiple toll centers. And Class 2 sectional centers, which manage call routing across large geographic sections. And Class 1 as the regional centers, which form the highest level of the network and interconnected